Well, hello everyone. Okay, I'm on the stage that I call the paperwork, and I'm working on building the paper pieces that I have cut already to size, and I have bent them while marking it on the core itself. Now, I wanted to go over a couple of things here. First, it's when I cut the inside wall, I cut it too low right here. And I should have cut it right on the edge a little bit. And then you trim it. You file it and make it fit that in order that when you compress it with the tape on all four, it doesn't allow you to get too close to the metal core. And there is a gap in between. A little thin, very tiny gap that allows you not to be able to lock it. Because if you lock it once that you put the pressure, plus the pressure that you're gonna put once that you start winding and you put pressure on every turn, then it's gonna get even more stuck. So I added this little plate right here that I cut. It's an extra plate that runs in here, and it's exactly on the same height, a little bit less than 2 inches, a little bit, I'm sorry, a little bit less than this measurement give me, so that it fits in there, slides in all the way to the end, and that allows me to be able to put the tape, press it, and it still slides out. It'll help if you use some grease inside. I put some, silicone grease, Teflon, and that it's kind of a creamy grease. Anyways, I have on the forum on overunitymachines.com, all continuous. I have this image with the nice gradient in the background, like blue and so on. This is black and white, where I specify the amount of turns and calculating all the layers and the total amount of turns that I'll have from here to here, more or less. It could be 180, it could be 181. But the point is that you review the details on the forum. And I have done on this side, I have the tabs, so the wire cannot go. It's impossible. The wire will go in between, get caught in between the aluminum sleeve and the steel, which would be bad. It'll be terrible, because once that you try to pull it out, it's gonna get the enamel cut off, scraped. Now on this side, I don't have the tabs, and I have, even though it's very right on the edge, I don't want to take a chance, so I have built this this pattern here that it doesn't allow the wire to go in on the bottom and on the top. On this one, I don't need that because I have the metal tabs, the aluminum tabs. Okay, so now I have to secure all this with tape to the steel frame. The steel brackets, the clamp brackets, are secure now. They're tight. They're firm. They won't go anywhere. They won't move, because I have already gapped this exactly to 9.25 inches. Okay, 9.25 inches. So now I have pre-built this paper. I'm doing it here with one hand, so excuse my movement here. This is, I have already, and you have to work this out with patience. You have to cut a little bit, trim it. Once that you put the paper, it'll add some thickness to it. So even if you cut it exactly at 9.25, it won't you still have to take a little, trim it a little bit so it comes perfect. And now the next step is to get it right here and get the tape. Here. So I got the tape right there, and once that I cover it, then I press it, and then I use tape, the high temperature tape, to be done and to put the tape in between the edges right here, now on both ends, and to wrap it around to give the right adhesion to the aluminum sleeve. So once that I have it all square up, then I can start winding, which I'm eager to do. I'm eager to start winding at least the first layer to see if my calculations in there were fine. Supposedly, I'm supposed to cover the whole thing with now online you find that 16 gauge is some people say it's 0.051 inches, 1.292 millimeters, and others give you a little bit more. So that could be the variation here. Also, the once that you put the enamel cover on the wire, that adds up a little mils. Yeah, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it could add or take off like 1 or 2 turns more. It won't affect it. So if you got 182, 181, 180, it's fine. You are within the specs. So it doesn't have to be that much. And like I said on the forum, it's 0.215 ohms is not gonna make such a huge difference. So it's gonna come out to 4.215. That's nothing. It's negligible. So anyways, I wanted to update on this, and I have it all ready to tape it and start winding the first layer. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and if you want more details, go to the forum. It's overunitymachines.com, and review my Figuera ether pump, linear ether pump. And last page 74-75, it'll have all the details and description there with nice images of this linear series setup development. Thanks for watching. All right, I forgot to add that this paper is a special paper. It's a fiberglass paper, and it's used for transformers and motors to build the gaps and the tabs in between the edges. And this is a flame retardant paper. It doesn't burn. It doesn't burn like regular paper, and you can add fire to it, and it won't get on fire. It won't even though it's hot, it won't get on fire. So it stands the heat completely on these on the windings if they get hot. I mean, they're not gonna get super hot, red hot, but they will get hot because it depends on the load that you put on this generator. And this is a specific paper. I don't have in hand the name of it, but I'll put it on the forum and the location of it, and I'll do some research on it, on the different types. They're thinner. There is also this type of paper that I use on the course. It's a lot finer, and it's got a shiny side, and I use it for the inner coils. When I start the coil, I wrap it with this tape before doing it, and it stays with the coil. So this is thinner, much thinner than this paper, which is very thick. And that's the idea, that give me some protection, insulation with the core. All right, guys, between the wire and the core. Thanks.